Quick favor, if this helped, tap like, subscribe for more tech stories, and drop a comment. Thanks. For most of history, your identity lived on paper, a name, a signature, a photo that could be outdated the moment it was printed. But your fingerprints? They don't age the same way. They don't forget themselves. And they don't care what name you claim. That's why fingerprint scanners feel like magic today. You touch your phone for half a second, and it unlocks like it recognized your soul. And you've probably had the opposite moment too. You touch it, nothing happens, you try again. Then it works instantly. That tiny delay is the clue, because the phone isn't seeing your finger. It's measuring it and deciding. This story didn't start with phones. It started with crime scenes, ink, and filing cabinets. So here's the promise. In the next few minutes, you'll understand how fingerprint scanning evolved from a forensic tool used by investigators into something small enough to live inside your pocket. And once you understand the trick behind it, you'll never look at touch to unlock the same way again. Let's rewind. Back before computers, back when fingerprint technology was literally ink on your fingers, pressed onto a card. If you've ever seen those fingerprint sheets, they look simple. But the hard part wasn't making the print, it was matching it. Because matching fingerprints isn't like matching faces. It's closer to matching two tiny mazes based on microscopic landmarks. Those landmarks live in the ridges and valleys. Little ridge endings, splits, tiny forks, weird bends, and that leads to the first big idea. You don't match the whole fingerprint, you match key features inside it. Early fingerprinting was powerful, but slow. Not minutes, slow. Sometimes days, slow. Now, add the real-world problem. The more fingerprints you collect, the harder it gets to search them. A filing cabinet works until it becomes a warehouse. So the next leap wasn't a new sensor. It was a new goal. Turn fingerprints into something searchable. And once computers arrived, the target became obvious. A machine doesn't need to be a detective. It just needs to convert a finger into data and compare that data quickly. Here's the twist. A fingerprint system usually doesn't store a photo of your fingerprint. It stores a secure template. This isn't your finger as an image. It's more like your finger as a map, a unique set of measured features that can be compared again later. Because computers don't want art, they want consistency. So the real challenge became, how do you capture the ridges reliably when fingers are never consistent? Dry, wet, cold, hot, a tiny cut, a weird angle, too much pressure, not enough. That messy reality is why fingerprint scanners took time to feel smooth. Early common scanners were optical. Basically, light plus image. The ridges create contrast, and the system extracts features. But optical has a weakness. If the scanner is mostly looking, then something that looks like a fingerprint can sometimes confuse it. So, engineers chased something better, something that measures true contact, not just appearance. That's where capacitive scanning completely changed the game. This is the breakthrough technology that helped sensors shrink into our phones. Capacitive sensors use a grid of tiny detectors to measure the minute electrical differences between ridges and valleys. Ridges touch closer, creating a stronger electrical charge. Valleys sit slightly farther away, so the sensor captures a detailed pattern without needing a camera. If you want a mental image, imagine a floor made of tiny tiles that can sense how close something is above them. Your finger presses down, and the tiles feel the complete ridge pattern. Now, here's the part most people don't realize. The real competition wasn't which sensor is coolest. It was which sensor is reliable in real life and fast enough to feel truly instant. Because your phone can't hesitate. Even a 1-second pause feels broken. So modern fingerprint systems became probability machines. They don't need perfection. They just need a high degree of confidence. That's why one touch can work. Even if your finger lands a little off, the system is built to tolerate normal, everyday human messiness. Think about this. Your phone knows your fingerprint. So why can't an app just take it? Why can't a random game access it? Because the biggest danger isn't only someone unlocking your phone, it's biometric data leaking. So modern phones treat the fingerprint template like a vault item. Apps don't get the fingerprint. They get a yes or no answer. That's why it feels simple. Touch, approved, open. But behind the scenes, the sensitive part is kept locked away. And there's another reason biometrics feel different from passwords. You can reset a password. You can't reset your finger. So the system is designed to keep the template protected and to combine biometrics with other protections behind the curtain. As phones got thinner, designers wanted the sensor to disappear. So we saw it move, button, back, side, and then under the display. Under-display scanning forced another evolution, because now the sensor is reading through a layer, sometimes through glass, sometimes through screen materials. Some under-display systems use optical methods. The screen lights up your finger, and a sensor captures the pattern. Others use ultrasonic scanning. Tiny sound waves bounce back differently from ridges and valleys, creating a depth-like map. But nothing is perfect. Smudges, screen protectors, very dry skin, wet hands, odd placement. All of that can still trip a scanner. So why do we still love fingerprints? Because they solved the real enemy of security, friction. Passwords make you stop, think, type, retry. Fingerprints turn security into motion. Touch, unlock, go. And that convenience changed behavior. People lock their phones more. They use stronger device security. They protect more of their life by default. Now, for the aha moments. What looks like recognition is really measurement plus matching. What looks instant is really fast decision-making. What looks simple is actually a protected system designed to keep your biometric data from spreading. And the biggest breakthrough wasn't the fingerprint. It was making it work reliably in the chaos of daily life. So, let's close the loop. Fingerprints used to be something investigators searched for after something went wrong. Now, they're something you use to stop things from going wrong before they even start. And the next time your phone unlocks instantly, remember what just happened. A tiny sensor read a microscopic landscape, turned it into a secure template, compared it inside a protected vault, and made a decision. All before your brain even finished noticing you touched the screen. One last question to leave you with. If fingerprints made security feel effortless, what happens when biometrics stop needing a touch at all? When your device recognizes you by voice, by face, by movement, or by signals you don't even realize you're giving off. If this sparked a light bulb moment, tap like, subscribe, stay curious, stay secure.